What is up, Six Siegers? Bear here, bringing you another Six Siege the board game video. In today's video, we are going back to my Operator Spotlight series. Today, we are going to be going over a very interesting operator who's got great mobility. If that doesn't give it away, but yeah. So we are going to be going over Amaru. Amaru is a medium attacker with really good close and medium range, and she comes with the Gara hook. Uh, when Amaru moves into an entryway space, she may spend one movement point to relocate to any other free entryway space on the main floor, unless she is escorting the hostage. So yeah, basically, she has an ability token. You activate the token, per one of your actions, and then you essentially just get to teleport across any of the free entryway spaces across the map, both the blue and the gray ones. A quick wording clarification. Now, her profile does read that she has to move on to an entryway space. I know this is something that has come up in the past, and I'm very certain we covered it in the FAQ that we did, as well as we've got clarification from the developer. That specific text is not accurate. You don't have to move. You don't have to activate her ability and then move on to an entryway space to then enable her ability. For me, the common thing that I kind of do whenever I bring her at the very start of the game, I'll put her on a blue entryway space because her ability does work for both blue and gray. But I'll just put her on it, activate her ability, and then you're just free to move her into any of the free entryway spaces. So yeah, that's her. She has high mobility, just with her ability, allowing her to, I guess, quote unquote, like teleport to different areas of the map, without having to be hindered by the delay of moving to the upper floor area in one round and then coming down the next. Right. So she just completely eliminates that. To me, it makes her a very fast operator, despite only having like the 2 run. So yeah, and with that, at least from what I found from playing with her, my experience with her, she brings two play styles. I think one you kind of do more, and then it leads into the next. But basically, what those are. So first, her kind of main play style that I see. It goes into with her being, me saying that she's like a fast operator. So basically, just what you do is, whenever you get set up, you rush her into whichever room that you need. This can be a room that you're just trying to take easy control of because there's no defender presence or gadgets in there, or if you've done something during your first activation and you're acting on it for your second, right? But because she's so fast, she can just take that space. She can make a play. She can like get in, get out. She's a very good aggressive operator. And she's got really good support with her close and her medium range. Now, the other type of play style, or maybe not even a play style, but it's probably just good mechanics to use with her, or like a good foundation if you are trying to use her, if you like using her a lot. Um, you can use her mobility to your advantage, not only against operators, but she's also actually really good at utility removal. Um, and it's not even necessarily her ability, but you combine her with a frag grenade, and then you can take out any kind of problematic gadgets or anything like that. If you need other operators to come in through a particular area. So that's the other way that I really like to use her. If you bring her, it's nice to bring about 2 or 3 frags, and then that helps you clear out a lot of util. And that's about it with her. And then with her, I've got 2 other operators who are very, very coherent in what she can do. And they both mainly play off of what I was initially saying about her is just using her aggressiveness of moving into a room, taking control over it, making a play, whatever. And those 2 operators, which we have right here, are Ace and Gridlock. So, both of these, I'll just go over Ace first. But so Ace, he's got his Selma charges, which basically is just a throwable gadget that does red destruction. So you can use them from upstairs, get rid of those fortified hatches, get rid of any fortified walls on the main floor. But then he also has his rubble standy overlay thing. And basically, what that is, the rubble is an obstacle, so you can use it for light protection in some cases, and but also the space. If the space is covered by rubble, that area is no longer an entryway space. So if you use a rubble on an entryway space, and you can use them on both blue or gray, but it just renders the entryway space useless. You can't deploy things through it. You can't move through it. Even Amaru, she won't be able to move through it. Um, But that's sort of Ace's function, and then he comes in hot and heavy with the medium range. And then Gridlock, she's got her track stinger. Throw it, and it kind of just takes away any defender who moves through it. It just takes away their turn, and they take a damage for it. So she's also coming in with pretty all right close range, and then her medium range is really really good. So what I like about these two operators is both of their gadgets uh, help support aggressive playstyles with Amaru, as well as these operators. So ideally, right, Amaru doesn't have to go upstairs. She can just teleport wherever she needs to. So if and when you see an opening during any of your rounds, if you have ideally Gridlock and Ace both upstairs, right, you can move in with Amaru first if you need to, or even move in with either Gridlock or Ace. Do whatever sort of setup that you need. But like that, you've got three operators all in one room, and then two of your operators can easily watch the entryway space that you just came from. So it takes away Gridlock and Ace take away the nuance of having to watch your back because of what their gadgets can do. You can either completely render it useless with Ace, or you can kind of make it just buy you a turn or two with Gridlock, if you're getting around it. The only other thing that I really like combining these two operators with her is you actually have like the full line of destruction ratings. So Amaru, she comes in with her yellow, she can get rid of the kind of the weaker stuff. Gridlock, if you've got a problematic shield that you can get next to destroy, or uh, uh, a light wall, you can get rid of that as well. And then even with Ace, ideally if you use one charge on your rubble, well, now you've got one more charge to get rid of a fortified wall should you need to. So that just collectively, these three operators together, really good at like an aggressive play style, and they cover their ideal ranges of like close and medium. So, and for the rest of the team comp, I actually don't have anybody. I don't think it's necessary, because I think with just these three operators, it gives you such a straightforward game plan that your other two slots are really good at just being flex slots. You don't have a whole lot to do, so I mean, you can do it however you want. You can either bring one or two operators that you just love playing all the time. You can bring any operators who might be very ideal for the map that you're playing on, or maybe even the game mode. Or you just bring with whatever sort of operator you have that can combat the defender's utility. You know, whether it be if you're trying to deal with electronics, you've got your IQ, your Twitch, your Thatcher. If you are dealing with a castle, then bring in your Maverick, bring in your Hibana or Thermite. It's really just like anything that you can do. But also, on top of those sort of flex slots, you also don't have to bring Gridlock and or Ace, because the attackers, they do have the Claymore. So if you see yourself that you are going to be able to have a good aggressive strategy with Amaru, but if you also just need different utility with the operators, right? You do have the Claymores. You can easily use the Claymores. They serve the same exact purpose. And then that just gives you a bit more versatility in bringing an operator who doesn't necessarily want to like watch your back. So yeah, um, that's all I got. I like playing Amaru. She definitely comes in clutch a lot of times, and she's just one of those operators that gives the defenders an extra thing to think about. I know I've pulled off like my good plays, uh, but also just like the support that she can bring with like getting rid of problematic utility and things like that is unmatched across anyone else. So all right. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you all have any other suggestions of operator spotlights that I haven't covered yet, ideally I'd like to cover all of them, though the main focus is just like on operators who don't get picked a lot. Um, but yeah, if you all have anyone specific that you want me to either do a new operator that I haven't done before, or if you maybe want me to revisit somebody, and I can take into account sort of the meta that I've been seeing recently within our community, or even just like thematic team comps, whatever you guys want, just let me know, and I'll catch you in the next one.